Why you was at?
I was in OH, nigga. They sent me through Preston. Yeah, and
Preston was rocking and rolling. Preston was on.
D. Witt Nelson, Carl Holden and shit.
But the what? Okay, Holden is that was juvenile camps. They just sent me to the hole in Holden from Miller. They used to take me over there to your hole over there. Oh, damn. All that. Yeah, they used to take me to the hole over there. They thought I was gonna keep something going on.
Yeah.
I sit back and think about it. I was a fucked up little crafty motherfucker. Now the judge wasn't lying. Them motherfuckers wasn't lying.
Hey, but tell the truth, you had to be a young fighting motherfucker though, boy. Because in '92, nigga, why I was just getting out.
It was like 3-4 Crips to a hairy blood, nigga.
We used to get jumped.
You wasn't no, that shit wasn't in style like right now. It's in style to be a blood. I'm laughing at this shit. I'm like, nigga.
See, you know, when Wack talk, right, he always give himself away, right? Because everybody that, you know, said that they knew Wack in person, they said Wack is nice in person, right? You know, he wasn't this type of guy that he portrays to be on the internet, right? And then when he sit there and say back then it wasn't cool to be a blood, and you know, we know you wasn't running through a whole bunch of people by yourself, because you sit here and say now that if it's 10 people, yeah, you gotta fall back. If you saying you was the only one and you was by yourself and, you know, it wasn't cool to be a blood, you wasn't running nothing in them jails at all. Whatever, you know, youth facility, whatever penitentiary, you wasn't running nothing in them jails, man. If it wasn't cool to be a blood den or whatever you claim, you can't tell me that you was running shit over niggas that then had life and, you know, doing whatever they was doing. Straight up. Because we all know, nigga, the lifers is going to run some shit in the penitentiary. Straight up. Them niggas ain't going home. They not playing. Straight up. You ain't coming in jail with a 245 assault with a BB gun and think that you gonna run to jail. That shit's not happening. Nowhere. Yeah, you not coming in jail with assault with a BB gun and thinking that you run to prison. Negative. You got niggas in there, they got life. Straight up. They gonna run to prison. Niggas in there doing 20, 30, 40 years. They gonna run to prison. Not this nigga that got 2-3 years and he's in here for a BB gun. Nah, nigga. This how you know the nigga capping. But what I do see with Wack is he watches other people's stories and how they was living, and he portrays himself as individuals that he want to portray himself as. He's like, with the clubhouse, he can be whoever he want to be. When he's on here talking to these people, he just creates the character. Yeah, I was this, I was that, and this, that, and that. But he really wasn't doing none of that shit.
Yeah, nigga, they drop your ass off over Nellis, nigga, you gonna get jumped, nigga. Don't matter. They jumping everybody. The Mexicans rushing everybody.
I did 2 years off 9 months. I didn't even know I was paroled. I stopped going to board. I just got bored today, man. Fuck board. I mean, you're telling me fuck. Yeah, because you and this motherfucker, you know, you fight this shit. You know, all that kind of crazy shit. You know, that was gladiator school. You know that.
No, that shit was gladiator school, boy.
Nigga did 2 years. Nigga did 2 years. But let him tell it. He did 5 years in the hole. Yeah, he did 5 years in the hole. You let him tell it. Boy, I tell you, like he lies so much, he be forgetting them lies. He just say whatever come to his mind. If you say you experienced some shit in the jail that was serious, he gonna be like he did too. And he just gonna spice it up a little more and say why his shit was more severe.
I told nigga, I said, man, that shit, boy, ain't made me sharp. By the time I turned 25, shit, okay.
You paroled at what, 20, what, 20, how old was you when you paroled?
Shit, man, no, I was a little older. I was 20-something, man, because you got to look at that shit, man. Come on, man, that was fucking, I went to YA in 88 or some shit, nigga. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right after that, I went to the. So I get out right at 16. I get out, and I go right, man. I ain't home a couple months. I catch a shooting, but the shit really wasn't my fault, right? Now this one really wasn't my fault. It's right. So I'm trying to make it to mom's crib. The earthquake had happened, and I dropped my wife off. Like that's my wife in that picture right there.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you. Damn, y'all been together that long?
We've been together since 91. That's she boss.
What's your recipe, Wack? How you keep that? Like
you gotta always keep your foundation gotta be your friendship. That way, when y'all going through something, right, you got something to hold on to. You ain't got nothing.
Just in some other shit we heard the other day. Wack said he was with her since he was 9. Yeah, he said he was with her since he was 9. You know, then one minute he's with her since he was 14. You know, it's just whatever comes to mind. Yeah, whatever comes to mind, you know, that's what he says. Shit just be capped.
Also, it ain't gonna bring you back because y'all gonna get into it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, over the years, the more years that pass, shit be happening. Like, you know, you get to thinking about shit. Get to thinking about when she took that case. You get to thinking about doing all that running into the institutions. You get to thinking about
putting up the guns and shit, nigga.
Yeah, you get to think about you left with 100,000 and came back and the money was still there. You start thinking about this shit and it's like. Then you start thinking about your friendship, you know what I mean? Because that's the foundation of every relationship. Without that, it ain't shit. It ain't nothing. You know,
that's even
friend, you can do without it.
Hey, you know what? That's even in the homeboyship. You know, that's what kept a nigga alive through this shit. Like, nigga, you know, I take my time and I meet my homies and shit, nigga, when I get to meet them, you know what I'm saying? You know, we got to get to understand each other, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's how
That's why I tell a nigga, yeah, about the third time, I'm going to tell him no. Or I might tell him no out the gate just to see how he react.
Yeah. Because you gotta test him. You know because you know that's that.
If you do something for a nigga 10 times, you do something for a nigga 9 times, and then the 10th time you tell him no, you know, go smear campaign on you. You regret. Yeah, you regret doing everything else for the nigga. You know what I mean? So
he'll sucker then. He become a sucker. See, you know what? But you from a different era, Wack. I hear like I be in a lot of rooms, blood. And I be hearing a lot of niggas just be, you know, me, I just kind of sit back because, you know, I don't be in all that little bitch shit anyway, like, you know. But, you know, you from a different era. And then if you went through that YA, and then, you know, motherfuckers really, and then look how you basically a success story, but you know every side. Motherfuckers ain't going to understand. They ain't going to understand that they gonna understand a nigga that know all sides of the board. That shit is unusual.
Nah, it is. Niggas is usual.
You know what I mean?
Wack, I got a question. Or niggas don't know all sides of the board.
Did you hear what he said?
Shit, I didn't play like bro. That's why I tell a nigga, I be like, yo, bro, listen, I got so much training in me for so many different things to play in so many different ways. I tell a nigga, I be like, bro, it's like, You don't want to go playing with me like, especially these young niggas. I'm like, look, bro, learn from me. Don't try.
Yeah, because that YA shit right there, just that right there alone, make it into gladiator school.
Listen, bro, I was in Solidar when I was 16. I got a J number, nigga. J4917.
So you was one of the homies. You was one of the homies that went straight to the pen.
I know. First, I went. No, listen. They let me out. They let me out. I kept it shooting. I get out. I kept it shooting. Right. So now by this time, you gotta remember, I didn't beat a body. I didn't beat attempted murder. I've been paid attorneys since I've been 12, 13 years old. Literally, stepping up in there with high-powered attorneys. My family was one of them families. They was getting money the way everybody was getting money.
Right? Wack lies so much. Now, if Wack did all this stuff that he said, right, and he caught these cases, right, why hasn't he ever said who these people were? Never. Not one time have we heard him say, yo, such and such from this side, or such and such from Pacoima, such and such. You've never heard this shit. Ever. When he talks about these mysterious cases that he said he had, he's never saying who the case was on. Never. It's just, yeah, I caught this case and that case, and you know, I went this and that, and like, come on, man. Hey, Wack, you gotta relax, bro. You really gotta relax, homie. Yeah, you just be lying.
Hey, so right. It wasn't shit. You know, once I started getting caught up, same motherfuckers defending him was defending me, right? So I'm trying to get to Miles' house. I think I might have cut a nigga off by accident. I ain't tripping. I didn't realize it. When I make a right, I see a nigga come out the left-hand turning lane and make a wide right. I never forget this shit. It was in a Volkswagen Beetle. I never forget this shit. So I stopped at the light, and the nigga pulled up on the side, but like, he pulled up on the curb and parked, and the nigga was talking, and I can't really, I had my windows up, but that nigga jumped out that car, my nigga. That nigga come out his waistband. He had one of them long-nosed Jesse James fofos. Long.
Yeah, one of them. Call it that nigga.
Yeah, I think the nigga, because he was talking shit, I wasn't responding to him. I was really focused on getting to Mom's house. That the nigga mother, I don't know what he thought. So once I seen it, back then we ride lap strap, shit on the lap, right? That's only the way a nigga stay. I get out on a nigga through the window. When I get out on a nigga through the window, he jumps in the bug and speeds away. Now you got my attention, Mom's the way. Right? I run the nigga out. This stupid nigga keep making lefts. So every time he make a left, he target practice for me, right? The nigga.
Listen to him. So you saying this man got out on you and pulled out a 44 and didn't hit this shit? He ain't hit nothing? Come on, man. Nigga, I got hit with a 44. Like, Wack just be lying. So a nigga pulled out a 44 and didn't let nothing go? You the only one that let shit go? So he pulled out the 44 and he ran. And you chased it. Boy, the shit that he says is just like, boy, you got a hell of a imagination. Straight up.
Runs up in the garage and closed the garage. Now, this is where I fucked up at.
He ran in the garage and closed the garage with a 44 in his hand? Alright. Yo, Wack, you gotta relax, bro. You really gotta relax, bro.
I jump out the car in the middle of the street. I'm walking up on the garage like I'm motherfucking Clint Eastwood or something. I'm gunning the garage down, right? Reclip, gun the house down. I get on. time I tell my mama, I say, hey, don't drive that Cadillac. I just got into something. I'm gonna run up here and check on my brother. I'll be right back. Man, listen. I run up there and check on bro. I'm coming down the street. I see a Cadillac pulled over. I said, damn, that motherfucking Cadillac look just like mine. Motherfucker done copycat my shit, right? Closer I get, that motherfucker don't look like mine. That motherfucker is mine. My mama pulled over the car, right? I ain't even thinking. I ain't tripping. It's one black and white. I get out the car, but I know she ain't got no license. And then she ain't got no license. I say, I got license. I drive her back in this lady's vehicle here. So they're like, well, you know, I'm like, yeah, that's my mother. They're like, yeah, can you stand here a second? I ain't tripping. About 3-4 minutes, another black and white pulled up. This is when I learned what a field identification was. Field ID. Nigga in the back street of the car point me out. They cuff me, right? So I go to jail. They charge me with 2 counts of assault with deadly weapon because of a chick in the car. Firing into an inhibited vehicle, discharging firearm in city limits, right? And some other shit. So as soon as I step in there,
like, let's just be real. If you catch a case like he's saying, you're gonna know all the charges. The boy said and some other shit. So they didn't charge you with firing at the dwelling? Come on, man. Like, come on, man. You said you lit the garage up. You know what I'm saying? They ain't charge you with that? Come on, man. Hey, you gotta relax though, Wack. You really gotta relax, bro.
They see I done beat all these other cases. They see I'm on parole because I'm out of YA. They say he's unfit to go to juvenile court. We charge him as an adult, right? So long story short, I'm sitting there fighting the case. I'm looking at like 17 years at the time, right? And we're going to send him back to SRCC for a fitness hearing, right? Now, you got to understand, bro. Niggas, and back then in my generation, them niggas was on some savage, fucked up shit in jail.
Man, what do you mean?
Niggas was
Stupid savagery.
That's why, like, niggas was fucked up. So when I get to SRCC, they send me to motherfucking, to Drake Cottage, to the 90-day, cottage, right? It's usually all new booties, right?
Yeah.
But because I'm there on the 90-day number, right? They send me there. I get there, the motherfuckers throw me in a cell. So I'm in a cell under the first little quarantine. 3 days go by, they put another nigga in the cell. I'll never forget this shit. They come in the cell. You know our old game. They come in the cell, I hit him up. What's up, cuz? Where you from? Off the rip. Right? That's just when the gangs we play. The nigga tell me I'm from Moreno Valley, Death Wish Crips, and crazy shit like that, right? I'm like, is that right? I tell the nigga I'm from A-Train Gangster. Nigeria, right? So he in the cell the whole time. He telling me all these war stories. He dissing. He like, yeah, nigga, we did these blood niggas like this. We did these other niggas like this. I'm
Hey, you had to bend him up, huh?
Look, I'm listening to the nigga right the whole time, right? I'm like, yeah, cuz that's right, that's gangster, right? I'm fucking with the nigga. So I wait till about 3-4 o'clock in the morning, right? Then I let him know who I am. I wake him up with a flurry of jabs. It is Pyro. I'm punching on him, right? He like, no, ain't no, nigga. I'm beating this nigga up for everything he done told me he did.
I forgot about the chitty bang, huh?
Listen, right? Now you gotta understand, this dude first time in YA. I'm a returning, right? So I'm beating shit out this nigga, right? So about 6:30, 6:45, 7, they come rack the doors. They tell us it's time to go to breakfast. He on quarantine still, right? So he waiting for that tuberculosis shot to go down, right? So when I'm at breakfast, they serve him breakfast in the cell. So when they went to serve him, he fucked up. He looking like the Elephant Man, right? So I come back. They like, Jones, everything all right? I said, yeah.
They called you up to the fishbowl?
Okay, cool. They're like, no. they give me the day room. Our knuckles up with the t-shirts. Remember, we cut the t-shirt up, wrap the knuckles up, so that we ain't cutting ourselves and shit. So on my hand, they like, yeah, you're Sully, man. Seemed to me like he like was in a fight. So shit, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what's, I don't know that shit. Man.
I don't know what's going on with that nigga.
I'm like, man, they're cool, right? They're like, all right, we send him to the infirmary. You can go on back in the cell. Now back then, you remember anything happened on the cottage.
God, nigga, man.
Look,
oh no, that's how it used to happen, nigga. What you talking about, boy?
Hold on, they gotta call the sergeant in, right? If anything happened on the
Wack just be lying. He said his cellie was asleep and he just went on him. Told his cellie from 8 Trade Gangsters. Like, the boy just be capping. Like, yo, the boy, hey, yo, Wicked100 will tell a lie story fast. You hear me? Yeah, he from 8 Trade Gangster. And, hey, come on, man. Hey, yo, I'm telling you, this how you know when Wack was locked up in his young days, he was definitely staying out the way. Yeah. Because now he get to tell these stories. He can just lie to everybody. Just make anything up.
Cell on the cottage. So I'm in the cell. So I hear the sergeant come in, right? He's like, yeah, what's going on? Where was the dude from? They're like, we was from Death Wish Crip, some Moreno Valley Crip, some IE or whatever. They're like, well, what about the dude in there? They're like, he a non-affiliate. Like, non-affiliate. Like, what's his name? They said, my ear like, Jones Cash. He said, Cash Jones.
Hey, nigga, I know your name, nigga.
Listen.
Hey,
listen,
you was one of the first niggas that did go to prison.
Listen to me. Yeah, listen to me, right? So he said, Cash Jones, motherfucker, that ain't no non-affiliate. So this is Sergeant Hayes, I'll never forget. He like, they like, no, look, you on a 90-day number. He like, what does it say at the bottom? Continue. When they hit that return button to continue, all the wise shit popped up. All the riots, the fights, the stickers. He like, man, you put a Crip in the cell with this motherfucker. He come down there to the room, bang on the door. I said, hey, what up, Hazel? He like, you know what up, my motherfucking ass, roll your shit up. You know where you go. I said, where I'm going? He said, man, I know what time it is. I said, man, I don't know. He says, I don't know what you're talking about, right? He like, then you go into the hold. They sent me to the hold. I remember I'm only here 9 days on a 90-day. So they sent me to the hold that morning. That next morning, they came and got me, sent me back to juvenile hall. So I go back to Central, right? I go back to the court. When I walk in the court a week later, Judge, I never forget this shit. She's shaking her head. So
you see how many times he said he'd never forget this shit. He said it about 5 times. I never forget this shit. Because he lying. Straight up. You know, he just come up with these stories and he's really, you know, telling these people on Clubhouse this shit. So they just fall for anything he's saying. But the shit is like lies. And anybody that, you know, come from out there in the street and that kind of life, you're going to have some stories where you didn't come out on top. This just how the game go. But when you listen to Wicked100, every story he says, he came out on top. He's never telling a story where he didn't come out on top. Everybody knows if you from the streets, you've been in the streets, you're gonna have a story where you didn't come out on top. This how you learn shit. This how you do shit different. This how the game go. But every story this dude tells, he came out victorious, on top. He was the best that ever done it. Nobody could touch him. This how you know dude is a liar. This how you know he's a liar.
It was a gift and a curse. It was like, we got letters from youth authority saying they're not letting you back in their system. due to your level of manipulation and sophistication, you can't go back to the CYA system. I don't know what to do with you. You're looking at 17 years. I don't know what it's in you. You're 16 years old, right? And like, listen, we're going to break on this. Let me think on this. We come back after lunch. So we come back after lunch. The lady said, listen, if I will reduce your term from 17 to 7 years, will you sign the waiver that allows me to send you to the state penitentiary now? What? What I sign a waiver? Nigga, can I go today? What are you? Now you gotta remember my mentality at that time. Niggas that went to YA, we in there, we swole, we fucked up in the head. We had a lifelong dream to go to prison anyway. Fuck it, that's what we was on. Nigga, I'm gonna go to the pen with the homies, get swollen, put some work in. I'm gonna get out of G. Fuck it. That's the mentality. This is the.
What? That was the nigga's dream? To go to the penitentiary and get swole? Crazy. Shit's crazy. Hey, yo, Wack, you gotta relax, bro. You really gotta relax, man. You gotta relax, bro. This shit's out of pocket.
Shouted because on the street, we gonna steal some dogs.
Shit's out of pocket.
Damn, you're in the Matrix, Brody.
Out of.
I thought it was my phone.
No, that
all this shit came together to what we thought was our lifelong goal at the time, right? So she gives me a forthwith minute order to go to prison. So like 3 days later, nigga, the Grey Goose, nigga, the prison bus at Lee County Jail, that bitch pulled up, nigga, at Central Juvenile Hall for the first time. I'm the first minor to go to the penitentiary from juvenile. That motherfucker pulled up like we was on movement. Dude came across the grass. He like, yeah, you got a Jones cash. He like, yeah, he right there, right? Like, yeah, we need some all this personal. He said, oh, you won't be need none of that shit, right? Nigga walked me to that motherfucking bus. I get on the bus. We on the way to Delano. Intake, reception, right? Never forget this shit. I barely got the baby mustache. Ain't no goatee. Ain't none of that going on. I got my little TWA, my little teeny weeny afro that it look like an afro, but it ain't all the way afro yet, right? I got about a 17 on the hang, and I'm banging. So we get to the home take. I never forget this shit.
There you go, saying I never forget this shit again. There you go. He just said never forget this shit about 6 times. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man. Share the live. There you go again. I never forget this shit.
Niggas in the motherfucker doing the roll call. Where you from? No, this crib.
Crazy.
Right? It's this little nigga. They say, oh, we got us one.
Like you was in the match today, bro.
So, you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, they pick me up from Central Juvenile Hall on the penitentiary bus. They call it the Grey Goose. Pick me up, pull into the juvenile hall, pick me up for the first time. They sent me to Delano State Penitentiary. So we on our way to Delano, intake, the reception. We get to the holding tank. They put us all in the holding tank. It's probably about 15 essays, about 10 white boys, couple Asian Islanders, and probably like 12, 13 blacks, right? So we get in the holding tank, it's roll call time. And niggas ask where you from? This nigga, everything is a Crip something, a gangster something, a neighborhood something, everything. They get to me, where you from? Rue, which one? All of them. First thing I hear is, we got us one, right? Oh, cuz, we got us one, right? This nigga from Road to 60 named Big Fish, I'll never forget this shit. You can tell.
There go number 7. I never forget this shit. Every time he keeps saying, I never forget this shit. Boy, I'm telling you, dude is a straight liar. I never forget this shit.
This nigga was an OG nigga. This nigga looked like he on his 4th term. He jump up. He say, "No, neighborhood, nigga." He say, "Cuz claimed his set, nigga. Head up, nigga. Some of you buster ass niggas would have been in with a bunch of bloods. Y'all wouldn't claim your set." He looked at me and said, "Hey, youngster, how old are you?" I said, "I'm 16. He said, "You 16? I said, "Nigga, you old enough to be my son." He said, "Nigga, head up, nigga." I said, "I can get out of this motherfucker head up. Any nigga, we can run it, right?" So at this time, I'm noticing everybody's scared of this nigga. They ain't got nothing to say to this nigga. So I done made a mental note. I want to be like this nigga while I'm in this penitentiary somehow, some motherfucking way. So now that fucked up seed, right, of what you want to become, that comes with putting in work to become that, has been planted, right? It's there. Intake. I'm sitting there 90 days. Boom, I catch the train inside of that. Me and this nigga Fish, actually I'm lying. I'm not lying, I'm leaving something out. I seen a nigga come on a yard named Devil from 107 Hoop. But I guess he was a cheat nigga. Now, those of y'all don't know, them 6-0s and them Hoovers, they don't get along. And I guess these two niggas had some history. This nigga Fish taught me a lot. He taught me what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to be, without even teaching me and telling me. That nigga came out for our little child time. This nigga didn't say nothing. He didn't waste no time. He attacked this nigga Devil viciously. It was a straight. This is the first time I've seen a penitentiary attack.
Yeah.
He attacks this nigga like to a point to where my little young ass mind and eyes is like, oh shit, this how this shit go, right?
With the blicky.
Man, listen, man. No, he did pack him with his fist and the you know, and there you got the plastic spoon and fork in the intake. Remember, you take it back to your cell, right? He just attacked this nigga and he beat this nigga, man. And once he pinned him down, he was fucking him up, right? So I'm like, God damn, but you can see the rage, my nigga. Like, I didn't realize till later on, once I had to check myself, bro, when we in these conditions like that, when you mixing that jail shit with that street shit, and you really in that shit, you just not a sideline cheerleader, you really a player in that shit. Hey, bro, it dehumanizes us and turns us into some other shit that we should not be. Right? We lose touch of
that's some real shit.
Our feelings and emotions. You turn into an animal. Yeah, you become some fucked up shit, right?
You become an animal, man. Straight up.
So that's real. That's why that movie, The Animal with Vin Rames, is real. That's a real movie, right?
Hey, check that out. Hold on real quick. Hey, we got almost 300 people in here. Only got 53 shares. Come on, share the room. It don't cost you nothing. Sorry to cut you off, Wack.
So, after that,
share this damn live story. Smash that like button. You just came in the building. Hit the like button, man. Shout out to all y'all that be rocking with the channel. We know Wack is one of the captainest niggas on the net lying. Yeah, straight up.
They you know, you go to classification, they're like, yeah, you going to solid ass state penitentiary. I said, shit, they tell that's blood headquarters. That's the headquarters for bloods. I'm cool with that. Fuck it, right? It's home. I get on the bus, the nigga Big Fish on the bus. They poured him out the hole. We on the chain and solid there. I'm telling myself, God damn, I'm just tied to this nigga, right? So we get to the penitentiary. I ain't gonna tell no lie, bro. All that tough shit, all that shit was out the motherfucking window. When we pulled up in that motherfucker and I seen them motherfucking old ass gun towers, them old ass buildings, you see these motherfucking Mexicans walking around with mustaches, look like a motherfucking mop. Nigga, the fucking correctional officers, billy clubs, they didn't have these bitches so old, there ain't no more paint on the motherfuckers, right? First thing I said was, nigga, what the fuck you done got yourself in?
And you 16.
I'm 16, right? So I think back then it was a O-wing or X-wing was one of them. Now this motherfucker got 5 tiers. All you see is a bunch of little bitty windows and faces in them when you walking in this motherfucker, right? And I'm like, God damn. Once they throw you at home in that cell, nigga, you just one of them motherfuckers in that itty bitty motherfucking With them.
You were 16?
I'm 16, so I'm sitting in this motherfucker probably like
in the
2 weeks, 10 days, 14 days or some shit. And then they classify me, they send me to the yard. So by this time, I done convinced myself, fuck it. I'm 16, I got 7 years with half. Fuck that, I'm riding. I ain't no hesitation. I'm gonna get out when I'm 23, I'm gonna be a G. Fuck it, I ain't trying to do no good time. Fuck it, this on. They throw me in the cell with a nigga from Palo Alto, nigga named Drac. OG nigga, he been locked up just damn near as many years I've been living. Nigga from Palo Alto Lowriders, I'll never forget, PLR, right? So he said, young, how much time you get? God, I said, I got 7 and a half. How? I said, 16. He said, oh, nigga, you straight, you be all right. Now, when you go to prison like that, and you didn't get 18 months here, 9 months here, 2 years here, nigga, when you hear niggas talk about 5 and 10 years and 8 years, oh, nigga, you be all right, nigga, that's around the corner. You start to realize, nigga, you in some different shit.
Oh, that's
Fuck you mean that's round the corner, nigga? Like, oh, what you got 5 all year? You showtime, it's showtime, nigga. I just told you I got 5 years left to do, nigga. What you talking about, right? But you on the yard, this nigga done been down 13, 14. This other nigga done been down since motherfucking 1976. You know what I'm saying? You know, this shit crazy.
So that shit wild. At least you beat all the YA games, though, nigga. Cause
no, but see, that's the difference now. Because see, before YA, it was juvenile camp. Before juvenile camp, it was juvenile hall. So I've been through all the juvenile halls, 2, 3 juvenile camps. My mentality got right. My physical fitness got right. Then I go to the youth authority. So then that, you know, youth authority is just a penitentiary for years. Period. Right? You know, you learn how to make the homemade knives. You learn all the shit, right? So by the time I got to the penitentiary, I kind of been groomed and trained for it. Unlike today, these little niggas, they arresting them, ain't did a day nowhere else. They sending them straight to prison.
Them niggas don't even get no chances, nigga. Last time I was in jail called a gun case, I was in there with Young Mozzie in like 2010. That's when Mozzie was on fire. That nigga had the whole jail sold up, bro. And I just was looking at a lot of them young cats in there. Nigga, they just get dub off the top, 25, 30.
Oh, yeah, they give them football and them, so they got to learn shit that I had 4 years of learning, nigga, how to deal with a riot, how to deal with this, that. Nigga, they ain't giving them these niggas, nigga, you gonna bump 20 years, 30 years. This is why a lot of these little niggas is in there on drugs. First
they refound on me and Sebo. Me and Sebo was kids in juvenile hall. We kicked off riding. They sent us straight to YA.
I discovered Sebo in Soledad, nigga, because, you know, now I'm up north, right? So, you know, I'm hearing niggas' music, nigga, you know, back then we had the Super 2 with the little Walkman connected to the big radio. Because the big radio was just AM FM, so we'd connect the Walkman to the radio because they had bigger speakers so we could put a cassette tape in the motherfucker, right? Because it was a violation to be on the yard with headphones. Streets, right? So I'm on the weight pal working out, and I kept hearing, like, man, who's this nigga, man? They like Sebo from Sacramento, 29th Street. Now you got to remember, I didn't get all my time down south, so learning about other Crip and Blood gangs up north was different. 29th Street. I knew what Oak Parks was because we had been fucking around in Sacramento some street shit, but like
Oak Park is the jungles of the Northern California.
Yeah, like Meadowview Power Rules and all that shit. I didn't know what none of that. I never knew that shit. You know what I mean? Never knew that shit existed, right? There's some gangs in Stockton, there's Hansford, A-Trade gangsters, and Fresno Hoovers, and all kind of little shit that you learn about, right? So we in this motherfucker, bro. And in Soledad is where my mentality started to change. Now we fighting, we gang banging. We in this motherfucker, niggas wear red penalties, wear your chucks with the red shoestrings at the top. You can do all that. So you can do all that shit. So I learned that the Bay Area homies, they sell with the Bloods. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was, right? I watched the Fresno Bulldogs, which was the strongest gang at the time. I watched them turn Sudanio right in front of me with all the red rags, right? I watched this shit. I witnessed this shit, right? So I also seen the difference between a northern Hispanic gang banging and a nigga from down south. The northern niggas really didn't come together on no gang bang shit till they was in jail. The Sudanos is gang banging on the street out the gate. So it was a different kind of structure, right? So I'm in this motherfucker, I'm fighting, I'm gang banging, we doing on the yard. So to catch a motherfucking actually it's a riot. A riot happened. I'm working in the child hall, so I steal the bread rack. Break down the bread rack to like the 13 little rods, right? I give them to all homies, nothing but bloods. It's blacks against the essays. They didn't disrespect it. One of the Crips called him a fucking mayate or something. So it's on, nigga.
He's definitely telling somebody else's story. The nigga said he was on the yard at 16 and he worked in the chow hall. Hey, yo. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Nigga just lying. You was on the yard and working in the chow hall at 16? Come on, man. Come on, man. You wasn't on the yard, and you definitely ain't working in no damn chow hall at 16. Ain't nobody in jail doing no serious time respecting no 16-year-old boy running around doing anything in the chow hall. You got to be crazy. They not doing it. Nigga, they not doing it, man. Stop, bro. You gotta relax, though, Wack. You really gotta relax with this shit, bro.
It's on. Next unlocked. We go out. The war going on. Blase, blase, blase. Nigga named Three Finger Louie from Harlem Crip. Never forget. Wack, watch out. When I look at my blind, as they had me. Nigga dead bang out his scene. Nigga had one of them bone crusher bangers for to tear my little young ass up, right? Three Finger Louie deal with it. Long story short, they start shooting on the yard. Staff start shooting. You know, niggas that know how to get away. You drop with that knife in your palm. You dig, let that motherfucker ground off into that dirt, and you roll away from that motherfucker. That's just, and hope you ain't rolled by another nigga knife, right? So some niggas go to the hole. Some niggas make it back to the cell. Some niggas go to the infirmary. About 3 days after I'm in a hole, they say, Jones, roll it up. I said, what's happening? He said, yeah, you going to jail for providing weapons for the war. I said, what? He's like, yeah, you provided weapons. We got confidential information. You provided weapons for the war.
Nigga snitched on
That day is when I stopped gang banging with the hatred of a Crip. Because I had to ask myself, who's my enemy? The Crip nigga that saved my life, or one of these bloods that told on me, because they the only motherfuckers I gave knives to. So I have to.
Come on, man. Boy, yo, this nigga said he was providing the knives the same way he said he was providing the straps to the Crips. This nigga's the nigga that's always providing everything, huh? Boy, I think he dropped the dime on jokers in the Bing. Straight up. I think he was dropping dimes in the Bing, man. Yeah. From the way he talked and from what we see, I think he was dropping dimes in the Bing. Straight up. One of them niggas dropping notes left and right.